Story Nest.
Ella the elephant, with her big floppy ears and even bigger heart, stood beside Leo the lion whose golden mane shimmered in the warm savanna sunlight. Ready for hide and seek, Leo? Ella trumpeted softly, her trunk twitching with excitement. Leo grinned, his tail swishing playfully. Born ready, Ella? But be warned, I'm the best hider in the whole savannah. Ella giggled, a sound like rustling leaves, and covered her eyes with her trunk. 1, 2, 3, all the way to 20. Leo dashed off, his paws patting silently on the grassy ground. He spotted a giant acacia tree with roots that formed a cozy little cave. Perfect! He squeezed himself into the space, only his bushy tail peeking out slightly. 20. Ella called out, her trunk now held high as she began her search. She peered behind tall blades of grass, nudged aside broad-leafed bushes, and even peeked into a watering hole, but no sign of Leo. The sun climbed higher, casting long shadows across the savannah. Ella was starting to feel a little discouraged. Just then, a little giggle escaped from under the acacia tree. It was Leo. Ella rushed over, her large feet making soft thuds on the ground. "Found you!" she exclaimed, her trunk gently nudging the exposed tail. Leo emerged from his hiding spot, shaking bits of dry leaves from his mane. "You found me! You're a great seeker, Ella. It was your giggle that gave you away," Ella said with a smile. "Now it's your turn to seek." Leo covered his eyes, his golden fur gleaming. Ella thought for a moment, then with a clever twinkle in her eye, she tiptoed behind a cluster of tall, swaying reeds. They were so tall and thick that she was almost completely hidden. Leo searched and searched. He sniffed the air, his nose twitching, and listened intently for any sound. He checked behind every bush and rock, but Ella was nowhere to be seen. He was about to give up when he heard a faint rustling sound coming from the reeds. Carefully, he pushed the reeds aside, and there was Ella, her eyes wide with amusement. "How did you find me?" Ella asked, surprised. Leo grinned. "I remembered you love munching on these reeds sometimes, so I thought you might hide near them." Ella chuckled. "You're a clever seeker, Leo." They played several more rounds of hide and seek, taking turns hiding in different spots across the sunny savannah. Sometimes it was easy to find each other, and sometimes it was quite a challenge. Once, Leo tried to hide behind a small bush, but his large frame stuck out on both sides, making Ella giggle uncontrollably. Another time, Ella tried to squeeze behind a rock that was barely bigger than her head, and Leo spotted her enormous ears peeking out. They learned that even though they were very different, one big and gray, the other smaller and golden, they could still have lots of fun together. As the sun began to dip towards the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, Ella and Leo decided to take a break. They sat side by side, watching a family of zebras graze in the distance. "You know, Leo," Ella said thoughtfully, "even though you're a very good hider, it's more fun when we find each other." Leo nodded in agreement. "You're right, Ella. And sometimes, when the hiding spots are really tricky, it helps to have a friend who can maybe give you a little hint, or whose big ears you can spot from far away." They both chuckled at the thought. They realized that their differences weren't obstacles to having fun, but rather things that made their games even more interesting. Ella's size helped her see over tall grass, and Leo's keen senses helped him hear the faintest sounds. From that day on, Ella and Leo continued to play hide and seek, and every time they did, they remembered that the best part wasn't just about hiding or finding, but about sharing the fun with a good friend. They learned that teamwork, even in a simple game, could make everything more enjoyable, and that true friendship was the greatest treasure of all in their sunny savannah home.